Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into this, mainly because it's a lot of explaining to do, and I don't want to bore anyone. So just so you know, I'm gonna be talking about calories and all that shit because I'm going to Vegas now, and I totally wasn't expecting to go to Vegas. So for you like 60 to 70 people who watched my first video, I'm sorry. I'm a dirty, filthy liar, and I'm doing this 80-day cut or so, and yes, it's not gonna be a super strict cut. I'm just dropping, I think, like a total of like 300, maybe 400 calories, and I'm gonna be trying to hold on to all the strength and the size that I have right now. Just lose a little fat, you know. So I'm gonna pretty much be getting bro ready. Like, I'm gonna be getting ready because it's gonna be pools, it's gonna be beach, like it's gonna be hot. I'm not gonna be at a beach, it's Vegas, but yeah, there's gonna be pool parties. I want to look good, obviously, with my shirt off. So, actually, I'm going to explain this. Bro ready. I know a lot of people out there, they've heard ho ready. And I don't think that's wrong for two reasons. One obvious reason, like, you shouldn't say ho. You shouldn't be referred to, like, whoever you're trying to impress as a ho, obviously. And second reason, who are you really impressing for looking just shredded as fuck, right? Like, who are you actually impressing? You're impressing the bros. And I think anyone who goes to the gym, or any guys who go to the gym, you probably, like, I think it's very rare for you to have, like, a woman come up to you and be like, oh my god, like, your rear delts are ridiculous. Like, oh my god. Like, no, chicks don't ever, like, what do you do for your back? Like, I want to get a big back. Like, no, chicks, women aren't impressed by like your giant rear delts and just your traps and shit like that. Like, they may think it's like appealing, but they're not gonna like go out of their way to actually compliment you on those. Most of the time, it's gonna be dudes, right? Let's be honest. It's gonna be bros. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting bro ready because I just know that, like, I'm not trying to impress the women out there. I'm not trying to impress the dudes either. It's just like, I'm just being honest about who actually is gonna notice that, like, you're shredded. I don't think women notice or care when guys are shredded. Some like small amount probably do, but majority probably aren't looking for some like shredded, veiny, dick skin dudes, right? So I'm getting bro ready. Okay, on to the video. Few things you're gonna need to know. I'm going to be saying macro a lot, and that's short for macronutrient. You may be asking, what's a macronutrient? Well, these three bad boys right here, fat, carbs, and protein. Each one of them has a caloric value. Fats are worth 9 calories per gram. Carbs, 4 calories per gram, and then proteins, 4 calories per gram, okay? You'll see why you need to know that in a second. Second definition, BMR. It's an acronym. It stands for basal metabolic rate. Your BMR is pretty much the amount of energy you expend while you're just living. Not like me right now. I'm burning energy, moving my arms around and like playing and shit. Okay, so I'm expending more energy than if I was just to be laying there in a bed. If I was in a coma, then like my body would still need nutrients to survive. Like, it just can't live there off nothing. So your BMR is pretty much, if you were in a coma right now, what does your body need to survive? Just laying there, doing nothing, okay? And pretty much you need to find that out because we're trying to figure out how many calories my body needs to maintain what I have now. So then I could drop the calories to put myself in a deficit so that I'm going to be burning fat, okay? And losing weight. So I need to find my BMR, and then I need to multiply my BMR by my activity level. Because your BMR is just your coma, you laying in a bed. Your activity level is going to be what you do on a daily basis. Multiply those two together, and you get your maintenance calories. Okay? I found my BMR. I went to fitnessfrog.com. It was one of the most popular sites I could find to just calculate this quick. Not competing, so I'm honestly not worried about, like, I'm not worried about the fact that I just used it like a website calculator to find my BMR. Like, there's formulas out there, but I'm just doing this for Vegas. So, fitnessfrog.com, click on the BMR tab, enter these 4 lovely things: your weight, your age, your height, and your gender. And I hope you know what those are. If not, oh boy, you got way more things to worry about than your macros. So, find out my BMR, 1882. Next, I need to find my activity level. That's what these little numbers here are for. So, this range of numbers starts at 1.2 and ends at 2.2. 1.2 is the lowest activity level. That's sedentary. That's pretty much if you work a desk job and you don't go to the gym, no exercise, like lowest activity level you can have. Then you would multiply 1.2 by your BMR. But maybe you're just lightly active, right? Maybe you go to the gym 1 to 3 times a week. You would then use 1.3 to 1.4. You be the judge of which number you use. If you're on the higher end of lightly active or the lower end, okay? Then 1.5 to 1.6 is moderately active. That's 3 to 5 days a week exercising. Very active would be 1.7 to 1.8. That's 6 to 7 days. And extremely active would be 1.9 to 2.2. And that's if you're like an endurance runner, like construction worker working like 12-hour days, just physical labor. Like, you'll know who you are if you're in that bracket of activity, okay? So mine's 1.7. I multiplied my BMR by my 1.7. That gave me my maintenance calories. 1,300 calories on the dot. Fuck with it. And pretty much, now I need to find out how many fats, carbs, and proteins of those calories I'm going to be consuming. And I just skipped a step. Roll it back a bit. I'm going to be cutting down to 2,900 calories. By the end of my 79 days, I'll be eating 2,900 calories, okay? I'm going to start at 3,200. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll be eating 3,200 calories, okay? Every single day. Not just the whole week. Every single day, 3,200 calories. Don't eat 3,200 calories in 1 week, okay? That's dangerous. So yeah, 3,200 calories for the next 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I'm going to cut it down to 3,100, then 3,000, then 2,900. I'm going to end it on 2,900, and that's what these numbers are coming from. I just did it for my end goal. Every time I drop my calories, I'm going to have to change these numbers, okay? So, I'm also going to be doing 100 calories worth of cardio every single day, or burning. I'm not going to be gaining calories from doing cardio, but yes. Probably doing stair climbers or something like that 4 times a day, or 4 times a week, for 100 calories. I know I just said every day. That's a dirty, filthy lie too. Don't listen to me. So yeah, my cutting calories, 2,900 calories. How many fats, carbs, and proteins do I want to eat? Or do I need to eat, actually? So, everyone has their own opinion on how you do this, and I'm just going to do it the way that I know and I believe works, okay? So, most people say you need about 15 to 30% of your calories from fats. So, since I'm cutting, I'm using 25%. So, to find out how many of these calories are going to be fats, I multiply 25%, so 0.25 by my body weight. That gives me 44 grams. So I have 44 grams of fat. But how many calories is that? Boom! Come up here. Every gram of fat is 9 calories. So multiply 44 by 9. That gives me 394. Things are heating up. So when we got protein, so when I was in a surplus of calories, I was only getting like 1 gram of fat or 1 gram of protein per pound. And now that I'm cutting, I'm gonna be in a deficit. I'm trying extra hard to hold on to that side, to my muscle and my strength. So I'm bumping my proteins up actually to 1.2 per pound. So I'm multiplying 1.2 by 175. That's gonna give me 210 grams of protein. Now, every gram of protein is 4 calories. So I multiply 210 by 4, that's 840 calories. Rest of my calories are going to be carbs. Carbs are important. They're energy. Your body turns carbs into energy. I'm a grumpy disaster when I don't have carbs. So I'm okay with eating a shit ton of carbs. So pretty much I'm going to add the calories for my fats and my proteins together. It gives me 1234. Subtract that from 2,900 and you get 1,666. And from that, I need to find out how many grams that is. So I'm going to divide this caloric amount by 4, and that's gonna give me 417 grams of carbs. So by the end of this cut, my macro is gonna be 44 grams of fat, 210 grams of protein, and 417 grams of carbs. That's what I'm gonna be trying to eat every single day. And that's the cool part about flexible dieting, is that you don't really have to, like, you can eat other things than just like, oh, all I'm eating is twigs and sticks, and twigs and sticks are the same, but leaves and twigs and rice and chicken. Like, I'm eating like a caveman. That's how we should be dieting. No, like, I'm gonna be eating 44 grams of fat, 210 grams of protein, and 417 grams of carbs, because my body doesn't know what the hell the difference is between turkey and chicken. Only knows what's inside of it, okay? So that's why I believe that, like, If It Fits Your Macros and flexible dieting is a really good way to start dieting, at least. It shows you what you're consuming and how much of it you're actually consuming, what's inside of those foods. And yeah, that's pretty much what my macro is going to look like. And I'm going to start off, obviously, when I say I'm going to be at 3,200, I'm going to keep dropping it. So this is the end goal for me. But yeah, I hope this video helps someone. And if it didn't, at least now you know how to find your BMR, right? So most people, I don't think, know how to find the BMR, but now you do. Now you know about fitnessfrog.com. And now you know I'm 22 years old, 5'9", and 175 pounds, and I'm a male. So regardless, whether you like the video or not, you guys learned something new today. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're getting bro ready.